Everyone really outside of the Jin has to get in close proximity, which is where you do get a ton of value out of Undeal jumping in. This is very heavy on the magic damage, though. I don't think it'll be the end of the world.
Yeah. Just like caster curses. Like when you said that thing, and then immediately Rich like throws his flash away. We've got a little bit of an engage here, as Peanut could be in trouble. He's just dead. First blood going over to Yukal. As DRX looking for this Chemtech Dragon. Is it happening? Is it happening? Because look, okay, if caster curses are real, the opposite has to be real. The caster blessing, okay?
The waters, the Atlas waters.
The vibes, the feelings.
A lot of times won't happen, but it'll happen enough for your brain to start believing.
Well, I'm slowly moving away from the believing, as Rich tried to walk to lane.
That is your rationality winning.
Shame on him.
What do you mean?
He walked to lane. Absolutely illegal. Delight flashes on top of him and takes him down. Sponge going for a Grand Starfall here as they're looking for the dive opportunity. Zeus could be in trouble. Lazyfield just going to walk him out, and he's not as immune as he wants to be. Still surviving for a long time. Sponge gets the stab, though, and survives. And Sponge is doing
Which allows
okay. Yeah, right?
Oh, it frees up Sponge's
Uh-huh.
time. Is this the least hinge day we've done in a while? Like,
it really is.
I feel like we haven't talked about the game at all.
Yeah, maybe we could do that. We could have a look. There is some grubs being taken here.
Just a little bit. I feel like we need to be able to at least say with honesty that we've
turned. But there is a bit of a lead with Sponge picking up that extra kill. It's Rich coming on over and actually Delight getting comboed down. This is a lot of damage, and he's just dead. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, DRX answered the aggression of HLE beautifully. But still, the pressure is large from this Gwen.
That's not an easy one. Yeah, Zeus is still doing the Zeus thing. Sponge.
Oh, he just flashes for it. Okay, does he get the kill? The answer is no. It is still a Gwen. But Sponge, thank good. As Lazyfield now fighting against Viper here. Viper not feeling too happy about that one. This is still MF. As there's a bullet time as Make It Rain comes on down. And the curtain's going to get called for no reason at all because that misfortune is already dead. Sponge looking to try and punish Delight, though, for this. And Zeus comes in, and he's holding scissors. He is so dangerous. Andal not going to be doing anything to help this one out as HLE is going to find kill after kill after kill. Yukal actually able to... Oh, never mind. I was about to say able to walk his way up, but the Deadly Flourish was underground! And so it killed him. It was like sharing pixels with the blast cone.
Maybe.
That could have been rude.
I think it's the...
About.
Well, I also... He couldn't walk back and...
Yeah.
Oh, no.
As Rich is going to try and do some damage and disappears. Pops over to the other side. Still going to be dead. But Peanut may suffer a loss of life for it. Never mind. He's fine.
X is the same as me going, it's really not that bad when you don't think about it too much.
Yeah.
So the issue... Oh... Try and cover for Rich. All these continuous decisions are, yeah, which we knew this.
That would be so frustrating to everyone at home. If I was like spectating, I would just turn it off. I just wouldn't be able to handle it. I'm like, I always need to look at like how many dragons the team has and stuff like that. As Sponge is in a little bit of trouble. Lazyfield not going to be able to offer too much. Goes in for a little bit of an auto attack. Sponge is standing his ground for quite some time. But Zeus teleported in, and so he was always going to be dead. Zeka now with his ultimate on cooldown, but it looks like HLE have full control of this area.
No.
Yukal's still in the bottom lane.
Just take the inner!
Yeah,
this is what I'm talking about!
Why do we not do that? Maybe he's just happy that these minions are dying, but I feel like they could have taken a little bit more.
Yeah, well, it probably doesn't kill it with Zeka TPing in.
Control here of the mid lane.
You mean aesthetically or in terms of aim? The bullets.
I beg your pardon?
The bullets looked good. Is it?
Oh, the first one looked good.
Ah, okay.
So aim. At the aim, yeah.
As opposed to the aesthetic.
Yeah, aiming looked good for Gold King. No, he didn't. Not this week.
Not this week.
Okay, Rich dancing over. Zeus taking a little bit of damage here. Looks like that turret is going to survive. And there is a bit of a man drop. Sponge comes in, and once again the Gwen is dead. Not very immune this game by the looks of things. 3 deaths now on Zeus.
Delight. I'm more worried about the repercussions of this.
Yeah, so Delight is dead. Andal is likely dead as well. Viper just needs one more bullet or a grenade, and that's going to take him down. Sponge puts up the gate, and it is once again a really nice Deadly Flourish. Oh, Wind becomes lightning, but doesn't hit him, and still Viper able to flash forward, picks up the kill. And that is thanks to a rapid-fire cannon. If he did not have that, that would not have landed.
Just getting a kill And yes, it's nice to get a kill on the Gwen, but you're playing for the dragon, right? That spawns, well, at
Now.
that point, spawn in like 30 seconds from there.
This kill after just killing Andil.
Yes.
Without any response, really.
And because of this, now the dragon goes to Hanwha Life, right? So, DRX, the initial decision is great, even though you invest Realm Warp in the play this out.
Oh. I love it when you curse. I love it so much. It's absolutely fantastic. Here's the man drop. Viper no flash, and he is definitely going to be dead. Oh, the curses, they just come... Okay, counter curse from myself. I apologize for that one, Sponge. But it's a 1-for-1 trade in the end, and I need to just make sure that I don't get too smug about Chronicles cursing, because then the counter curse happens, and then DRX can find a real lead. So we get to play the fun game of look at the experience bars. Let's do that right now. 4,000 health. We're ticking down, ticking down, ticking down.
Second out, Shadow Flame done. Second item approaching for Pina as well, who's had a pretty muted game. As Sponge is trying to get a Grom.
A battle, perhaps, as Blasco going to get rid of the Gwen. That could be a decent opportunity here as the Curtain Call is doing so much work. Lazy Feel, the targeting of Viper is just gorgeous. Pop Blossom comes through, but it does not do nearly enough. And Sponge going to be turned on here. It's a deceptive orb, but it's actually going to be the scissors that take him down. 4 kills now for the Gwen. And HLE, I think relentless optimism towards DRX winning a game, though, is probably not that underappreciated. Bringing up Gattaca as HLE crush DRX in game 1 and DRX go for the comeback in game 2. That would be beautiful, but maybe they're going to go for the comeback in game 1. As, my God, Andil just dies. What was that bullet? What hit him? It was a nuke. He doesn't have very many defensive stats, and Zeka is very strong, 3-0-5 right now. As the Curtain Call is underground again, Viper really playing with the ups and downs, and yeah, Rich is dead. Sponge is in.
Well, why though?
Why was Rich just walking into the tribe?
Why is Sponge here?
There are a lot.
Freeze frame.
There's a lot of questions, but not a lot of answers.
Wondering how I got myself in this situation.
Yeah. Well, he's going to go into the base, picks up that turret shot for fun, and then another one as well, and that was for fun also. Now, this is going to be Soul Point.
Yeah, this is all we're doing the work to make the DRX comeback in game 2 all the more captivating.
This was a your alone.
And also I think there were a lot of votes you could have gone for. I think there was really a lot of good performances from the team. As DRX, unfortunately, in this one.
Yeah, this is a not winning angle.
They're also playing as Hanwha, but he was fed, then died.
Why is Andil level 8?
Well, he hasn't. I don't know. Have you looked at the experience bars on the entire DRX?
So now, like, it makes sense that a 4th... Okay, that's a flash charm. Absolutely beautiful. On to Yucal here as Peanuts over the wall. Gets the flash in. That is going to pick up the kill onto the rise. The curtains have been called once again as in goes Delight underneath 2 Nexus turrets, but he does not care. It is not bullet time, unfortunately, for Lazy Feel. It is game over time as HLE are going to put DRX in the ground here in game number 1. A very convincing performance. A beautiful showing from both Viper and Zeka in this one. Have to say, Viper on this Jhin, that's getting ban-worthy here in the LCK.
They just kind of lost the game off of it. That happened like 3 times, I swear.
Yeah, I think I've probably pushed that one out of my memory.
Good. I took that in stride, because I wasn't on the broadcast, so I could just...
Rich is dead.
Oh.
There's kills him for first blood. What it means, we're yet to find out. And flashes eventually to get himself out of the way, so no summoner spells left. Emperor's Divide gonna throw Zeka under the turret. He has to take the long way round because he has no flash, and now Yucal trying to kill him. He flashes over the gravity field. He needs an Arise, and he won't have it. Conquering Sense not there, and Zeka survives.
That actually is a much better way to get me to do stuff.
All right, Emperor's Divide is going to pull back Zeka once again. This time he's dead. You only needed 3.
You gotta sell it.
Check the hands.
It's like voice actors, you know, with an X out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same.
Otherwise, you're gonna get the vibes wrong. Okay, Viper and Peanut going to get to work on this dragon. Should be able to take this one down. 12.5 minutes for the first one. Going to be a little bit of a late dragon. Still, HLE blocking that one up. Going to feel nice. And the 3 grubs going over to DRX could be important, mainly because Zeus doesn't have those blades.
Demolish Pro? No, don't punish him for Demolish Pro.
No.
Stop bully!
Yeah, Peanut's going to flash. Remember, Rich doesn't quite have his available just yet. Trying to turn it on to Viper here, doing decent damage. Gets a flash! That's already kind of worth. Gets rendered and completely obliterated there by Viper on the Callista. Feels fantastic for him to get a little bit of money. And HLE will move into an advantage. Also looking to get some extra damage on this outer turret at the same time as Yukal going to get hand shook, and that's going to interrupt. Okay, no, actually did have shifting sands, but it does not matter. That's Delight picking up the kill. And that's going to work out, but now Viper is getting engaged on here by Rich. Yeah, that is a really good question, Chronicler. Peanut tanked a few turret shots, and Rich is going to put that flash back on cooldown yet again. And yeah, Rich is dead.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Rich. I get it.
Yeah, a little bit head in hands after that one.
If you're a top laner in League of Legends, you know this feeling, right? So, kill number one, his mistake, but your matchup is unplayable. It's a tilter, right? But you got to lock in. You can't let that get to you. Then the second death is like, oh my god, I want what now? I want ult away enemy players, and there's nothing they can do.
You see that? Light stacks getting procced onto Viper here, doing a fair bit of damage as Shelly just going to pop up and end this turret. That is going to successfully happen. There we go. They don't even get the 25 gold from killing her either. High value.
Okay, quick, yes or no?
Yes.
I think no. I think it's checked out.
All right. So that means that it's going to be Chemtech, but it's not. Nice work, Bob.
He's checked in.
Yeah, there we go. He knows that there's a possibility for a DRX something in this game as Delight finds the handshake and the flash has to be in answer. As Andal, why?
Well, they got collapsed on, right? So like,
yeah.
He didn't really have anywhere to go. Will end up going down.
Just holds him in position.
Peanut, stop dancing!
And Yukal having to play pretty far back. Hex Flash coming through from Sponge, who's playing with so much gusto. He's kind of the only one on this team. Didn't get the memo that perhaps they're falling behind.
Lazyfield looks for an ult, does not find it. Use the Azir and the Poppy.
Whoa, the flash forward, Chains of Corruption are going to connect there as well as Lazyfield trying to layer the damage. The Impale is going to be used, but very defensively here from Peanut. Still, he might be able to buy enough time as Zeus out of position here, and the Renata is just going to go down. Yukal actually picking the flash from Zeka. That's gorgeous. Lazyfield gets in position. Sponge looking for a bit more though, and now Viper is hopping mad. Oh dear, I think it was a good attempt from DRX, but it may not necessarily work as now Rich fighting Zeus as Lazyfield goes down to the Cougar. And Rich has died to him before, but not this time! It's still going to be Otacon going down. Viper and Peanut should be able to deal with this.
Rich.
Oh, never mind.
Rich.
Rich.
Oh, I thought he was going to try and stop them.
He could have almost done it, but decides instead to go for this mid lane inner turret, or at least denying some farm or something like that. But still, it's not the worst fight in the world for DRX. That's so many sticks. Look at that.
Yeah.
Man, it looked like a sea urchin.
Hanwha Life still got the Otacon, and now are here to fight for its objective.
Oh, there's the denial of soul point.
DRX not giving up, and neither are
they. Only need to do that another 3 times in your pom.
That's a good Palman.
Yeah, I reckon you just rely on the pom end there. As Andal just taking so much damage from the Arcane Storm. Hostile takeover doesn't really do too much. It's Fate's Call just going to pull out Delight. DRX still looking for an opportunity. That is a great flash from Rich as Peanut gets the bailout, and they do manage to bail him out, but it's not enough. As now Yukal once again just doing something weird, throws away the ultimate, and Viper will survive. Lazyfield getting a whole bunch of shots into Zeka here, and there it is. Finishes him off with the piercing arrow. Now Zeus going to get turned on. There are some low health bars. Zeus, without the mana to really do too much, HLE just going to utilize this Baron to take the inner turret towards the top side of the map. The Rebel Baron power play is going to reach about the 2,000 mark. There it is. To be started up here.
Come on, DRX.
Lazyfield is going to take an inner turret.
We got the Sponge.
Yeah, Sponge's going to have to land the Keeper's Verdict. But instead, they are just going to give up this Dragon, and they're going to trade it for an inhibitor turret in mid lane. If DRX can stop the backs, maybe it's even an inhib. I don't know about that one, but still, it's a fair bit of money going on over to DRX.
Something that you can really do? Probably not. DRX,
All right, Zeus could be in a whole lot of trouble. They're taking the cat for a walk. Peanut is going to make his way down, and Zeus is a lot tankier than he's been in other builds. Still, Sponge comes in, and Rich is able to get the damage. Zeka comes in, but he's not enough.
look at him run!
Wait, hang on, checking the hands. I'm seeing there's some, it's faded. Immediately, they
Why
can
not?
look for a turn now. As Rich picks the gap. That's actually 6 points. There were 4 posts set up as Keeper's Verdict gets channeled, and it's somehow Lazy Field that takes the Baron. Now Zeus fighting against Rich. He takes the blast going to get out. Peanut's already dead. Viper is in a bit of trouble as Delight is going to be there. The bailout comes through. They take down the Renatas. This bailout's not going to work, and it's Yukel that grabs the kill. Now Lazy Field needs to fight for his life, and it does not work. Andil, just try and survive. Rich, please don't die. Andil's really dead, but he's going to try and buy some time. He takes the cat for a walk. Cats don't normally like that, although some of them do. This one certainly does not. The backs are going to come in here from HLE.
Back.
Exactly, they have to defend because there's a minion wave in Baron, remember. Rich still has it, and they have 3 grubs. They're going to do some decent damage there. They take the inhibitor, but it's still looking rough.
Can we get Texas?
Yeah.
You know, like just like with
Maybe
Bros.
DRX tax, is that a thing? Zeus on a decent flank angle here as the Impale goes wide. Still gets the crash into the wall. Peanut will not get ulted away, but it's the smite from Sponge to deny the soul. Still, they have to try and win a fight here as HLE have got them all split up. Sponge takes a while to go down, but go down he eventually does. And Zeus dashing forward, finds the pounce. And DRX, oh no, they're looking a little aceable at this point in time. They're going to have to stand their ground. Yukel trying to be a hero, but once again, he throws the Emperor's Divide away. And Zeka, he flashes out of it. Yukel not taking too much damage here from Peanut as Lazyfield doing a whole bunch. But Viper comes in and says, no, I am sorry, it's not happening. There's an ace for HLE.
And despite the heroics, despite the back and forth, looks like DRX is still just gonna get 2-0'd, but those that watched this game knew that that wasn't the real story.
Oh no, it was certainly not. There is also Sponge back available. He doesn't have Keeper's Verdict. Maybe they don't win the game here.
Oh, Atlas!
There are so many tools that are now missing, and Zeka is just in the sorry, Zeus is just in the bottom lane, yeah. And Rich is gonna go back a little bit too late. Teleport to come in as the Emperor's Divide is going to find Zeka. Let's see whether they get the kill. Lazyfield looking for the opportunity. Zeka's so incredibly low. Lazyfield distracted by Peanut, though, as Sponge will be able to take down the victor. But Lazyfield goes golden, then goes into his GA, and then he's going to go down, ladies and gentlemen, as he gets thrown into the wall and destroyed. Zeus is running amok, just killing everything in the enemy base.
Hard, they got so far, but in the end, only Zeka dies.
Yeah.
And Hanwha Life are about to bring us to an end of week number 6.
And Andil is not going to be able to defend, as yes, they ran out of minion wave, but it doesn't seem to matter this time around. Even Peanut will survive, and the Nexus will go down. 41.5 minutes, and HLE, only one team able to take them down so far in the LCK, and that is Gen G.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.